So for this, what I want you to do is first of all, line out the page, put a 10mm border around it, and the question we're going to do today is the ETL question. I'll put a picture of it up on the post. So all the measurements for it are here, as you can see. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to draw a rectangle which goes around the whole thing here. We're going to draw the 2D shape. We're going to make it oblique, which is 3D. We're going to project this back, then all these other separately to make it 3D. So we don't draw this part here. This just shows us the depth that everything is going back in the bottom view. So if we're looking at this ETL, the weight is 315 and this is 105. So if this is 105 high, if the page inside the two border lines is 280 from here to there, that's going to leave approximately 180 either side of this. So if I come up 90 from this line and draw a line across, that'll get me started. So 90 millimeters up, because we're supposed to draw these in the middle of the page or as close as we can. So 90 up, right line across. Similarly, the width of the letters is 315. This is 400 from this line to this line. So if you take those away, you're left with 85. If you half that, that is 42. Close enough. So that is going to be our SP. That's going to be our starting point. So I'm going to draw a line. So for the starting point, what you're going to do is similar to the last few drawings. You're going to draw all these measurements up along this line. You're going to put all these measurements along this line, and then we're going to bring them, draw grid and bring them up. So that's what I'm going to do next. So for this, I'm just going to walk on with the measurements. So from the starting point, the first measurement is 15. Next one is 30. Next one is 30. The next one is 15. The next one is 30. And the next one is 15. So if you notice that I'm doing them incremental, I'm also just going to draw the top one over. And now the other ones are, it's 315, as I said. So I'm just going to measure these. So it's 15. Next one is 45, which is 60. Another 15. Here it's 30, which is 105. It's 45, which is 150. It's 15, 165. 45 again, which is 210. So now I'm just going to have to move the set square. I just started on 100 because it's the same as a 0 to me. So that's 45. So the next one is 30, 15, and 60. So 30, 15, and 60, which is here. So all these measurements now, I'm going to bring up. So you can bring them up lightly. You don't have to stop at the top line. You can go past it because these are only guidelines showing us what to do. These should not be heavy, because if these are heavy, it's very hard to see the final drawing after that. Likewise, we bring these ones across. I'm doing this very quick because if I spend a long time doing this, it's the video is very hard to upload. So this is the grid setup. So now I want to put the letters on the grid. So I'm going to put the ones going up first on it. So I'm going to do them together. So I'll do this and this together. I'll do this one here as well. This one is in a small bit. It's not the same place. These ones are from here to here. So what I mean is I'm doing this line together, so I'm not moving the T-square and set square back and forward. So the bottom of the E goes like this. The T goes from here up to there. And the L is straightforward enough. So now what we're asked in the question is, we are asked to make this 3D. So we've got to bring it all back at 45 degrees, because that's what oblique is. Oblique is using the set square. Doesn't matter whether you bring it to the left or bring it to the right, that's up to yourself. I'm going to bring it to the right because it's similar to the logo on the van. It comes back in this direction. So it's 15 deep. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this in a colour. I'll put it in orange so you can see what I'm doing. With this and my set square, I'm going to bring all these back here. Keep these light lines. You wouldn't do it in colour, you just do it in pencil. I'm just doing it in colour just to make it stand out. So any corners like this, for on the right hand side of the E, I'm going to bring it back. So I wouldn't bring that one back and that one back because it's inside in the E and it's not going to make a difference to us really. We do the same over here for the L. So for these ones here. So this corner, this one, and this one. And I said it's 15 a while ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure up 15 on this one. And I'm going to bring this straight up. So this goes from here to here. This one comes over. This one now goes up. This one can come over. You can measure every single one of these if you want, or you can just sort of use them to help you along. And this one comes across. So this is the E finished, like this. I should be doing this slower really, because if I'm going so fast, it's not neat. And you'll notice there's a couple of places that I should be neater. Like where? Like there. So I do the same on the T. I'm not going to measure it, I'm just going to use the top measurement there. So I'm going to bring that across. So I'm using that really. From that I can come straight down. I have to measure out here because I don't have a 15 on that. So I'm going to come 15 over on this. So this is T finished, more or less. And do the same on the L. So the L, you can just bring this over. Bring this down from here. Bring this across. Bring this down. And then you finish off these small bits in here. And that's the drawing finish. So if you notice the difference between the grid at the start and the final drawing, the ETL should pop out off the page.